Milk.
Welcome to the second episode of the Snow Milk Podcast with the legendary Dan Ives. I know there's an Ives Bank as well.
Unrelated.
Unrelated? Okay.
On the Ives Bank.
Okay, because I never saw Ives Bank before until I saw your last name. And I know you're in like the world of finance, and I thought like maybe that it's connected, but
And now I'm in your head. So now, like, wherever
I've
you're...
never seen Ives. I never saw that name Ives before. And I saw it in Connecticut. I don't know if it's a local bank, if it's a, anyways.
Look, you have copycats. What are you going to do?
Right, they copied you. All right, so we have these,
Awesome.
in light of the show, we always have a garment in the beginning, show the garment, and then Supra, the legendary Supra, will be in the back printing these garments. So
Thanks, Supra.
we have this blazer here.
Dude, I like that one.
You like the shininess?
Yeah,
You like
shininess.
shininess, and we have like a backup one. Supra's just gonna hook up two at the same time.
Sick, man. I love them.
So at the end of the episode, we will show what
Let's
we
do
have
it.
done. Supra, every episode
Thanks.
in it.
Supra?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Was there anything that Supra's just gonna cook it up? Was there colors that you want?
Dude,
Is anything
let's just see
letter
where it
vibes?
goes, man. Exact. Good vibes.
Say less. All right. So for you, I have no context of you before I was on CNBC. When I was on CNBC, the makeup lady told me about you. And she said that you should send this guy. You ever heard of Dan Ives? You should send him stuff. I never heard of you, but it's also because I'm just wasn't in that world. You know what I mean? But thanks to her, like so many things have transpired from that, right? Because it's like I could have just said to her like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, and not send anything. But I followed the yellow brick road, which I've always done, and then we got here. So then like when you came into the fold of seeing Snow Milk, it's like arriving at your door. And like, tell me like, how do we get on this couch from that moment?
I mean, look, so I've always worn like a lot of colors, funky stuff. And I think people like around the world, like they know like I have a different type of fashion. And, by doing public media for decades, I think many know that we like funky off the grid type stuff. So when Snow Milk, when I saw the jacket, I'm like, well, this is unlike anything I've ever seen, ever. And, whether it's in like Thailand, LA, wherever in Europe, I'm like, this is cool. So when I started wearing them, I'm like, I love this look. And of course, like I started wearing it. And wherever I go, people are like, yo, where'd you get that? Some people maybe know Snow Milk, especially like, in the city. And then obviously wearing it on TV a bunch, it's kind of blossomed into, us doing a collab, the Dan Ives clothing collab, which has taken off, huge, as we've sold, hundreds of shirts. And look, and also like I'm just a big fan of like you personally, like Jamie, like everyone here, the style, how you guys like brick by brick, how you built it. And I'm just excited to just be a part of this in terms of where it goes.
Word. Well, the collab that we did, that was legendary.
Yeah.
And it was like, for me, it's like when I heard, it was like you were on CNN, right? It's like you're on a lot of different channels. Like you're always on television. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing how many times a day that you're on television and like you're on all these different ones. But CNN is the one where it's like that is playing, that's like the MTV of like, right? It's like the main vein of the thing. And then you're on CNN and you're talking about like the ladies asking you, how's the tariffs and like the supply chain. And I'm just like watching the thing. I'm like, for me, everything is like very like, unbelievable considering like where I came from. But just like watching you talk about it, you know what I mean? I'm like, we did this collab, man. It's like now it's on CNN. And I just think about like, it's all imagination. Like everything that exists in our world is at first came from imagination. Yep. And like, I think that following the yellow brick road is such like, it's like the best video game that I've ever been a part of. Do you know what I mean? Because it gives you...
But that's what I've done, like, from a Wall Street perspective. Like, my whole career has been, like, off the grid, maybe picking stocks that at the time, like, were very anti-consensus. Names like Tesla or Apple back in the day, NVIDIA and many others. So I think, like, our style is, like, we don't go with the rest or maybe the sort of masses. We like to dress funky. The way our stock calls are, it might be like at a consensus, but I think that's ultimately really how we've been able to call and what's really made our career over the decades. And it's just so exciting to just do the collab with you guys because I love the stuff you design. I love how it's like made in the USA here in Brooklyn. It's just pure.
Mm.
And that's something that like I love just associating my brand with.
Word. Well, thankfully, I
Yeah,
have much
seriously.
gratitude that you've done it.